Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Jeanette Rankin Foundation's 2024 Star Party! Woo-hoo! We are live and in person with a studio audience here in Atlanta, as well as in Athens, Georgia, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Ridgewood, New Jersey, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Missoula, Montana. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us tonight. And I'm excited again to be part of this evening as your MC. We have a great program for you. But before we get started officially, we're going to check in at each of our parties across the country. So let's start with Athens, the birthplace of the Rankin Foundation. We have Rob Clark live and in person in Athens. Rob, you're close, but not close enough for me to touch. What's going on in Athens?
Now, I know you mentioned a bunch of other cities. I'm not sure what's going on there in Atlanta or in Kalamazoo or in Ridgewood or in Cincinnati or Missoula. But right here in Athens, we have a party that's going on. Make some noise. We have a dedicated crowd of long-time Rankin Foundation supporters right here where the foundation started. Most people don't know that Jeanette Rankin lived here in Athens, Georgia, for over 50 years. So we are where it's happening tonight, Monica.
Well, I hope you're going to have a good time. You have a lot of folks there, and you know that is an important.
We do.
You know that is an important fact about Jeanette Rankin spending the last part of her life here in Georgia, and particularly in Athens. So thank you, Rob. We'll be back in a minute. Now we're going to check in with LaTora Yates and Alyssa Perry, and they're in Ridgewood, New Jersey. Hey, y'all, what's going on the East Coast?
Hi.
Okay.
We got to see you.
Can they see you? I don't think. Can you see us?
No, I just
We can see you.
Okay, well, we'd like to see y'all. I want to see what y'all wearing tonight.
I know, and we want to show you.
I got all gussied up because this is the 10th anniversary, so, I had to put my jewelry on and everything. There you are! So tell me what's going on, y'all.
We're having a great little party over here. Excited to be here and support you in this evening, and eating little appetizers, ringing our cowbells, and bringing our best energy.
Yes, we're here. We're happy as board members to do our party. We have family and friends together. We're celebrating and hoping to help raise a lot of money tonight. So yeah, let's do it.
And I understand you have a current Rankin Scholar there. Angelina? Oh, she didn't make it.
No.
Aw, shucks. Well, we'll get to meet her another time. We'll be back a little later.
Yes.
Hey, what's the temperature like in New Jersey right now?
It's actually not so bad. It's really nice. Climate change is working for us right now.
That is good news to hear from New Jersey. Thank you.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, down here in Atlanta. Thank you, guys. We'll see you a little later.
Thank you.
Catherine Rowley from KPAX TV is our MC in Missoula. Hey, Catherine, how are things going in Missoula tonight? And who's that with you?
They are going great. And actually, I disagree with Rob because Missoula is actually the place to be tonight because we have an incredible crowd here and we have a lot of amazing people that are here to celebrate and hopefully raise a lot of money. Yeah. But I do actually have someone here. I have Betsy Bach with me, and she's gonna just give us a little taste of what's going on tonight and give us a little background on what she's done for the foundation.
Well, we've got a lot going on. We're a little different in that we have a wonderful silent auction going on for a great Greek dinner. And oh boy, it's the hot item tonight. So we're gonna raise a lot of money on that dinner. And we've got over 80 people here and we're just ready to rock and roll. So bring it.
We'll bring it on. Oh, I love the crowd. Hey, y'all in Montana. That looks like a good group. Betsy and Catherine, thank you so much. Now it's time to go to Michigan. My husband, is actually from Saginaw, Michigan. So let's check in with Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Hi, we're here in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I'm here with my dear friend, Ben, who is one of our sponsors and helped me host this party tonight, and who was also a mentor of mine when I was a Rankin Scholar and in school.
It's great to be here. We're on the campus of Western Michigan University in the great town of Kalamazoo, Michigan. It really is a Kalamazoo in the zoo.
Thank you both, Breezy. And I understand, is Shyla there tonight with you?
She is, yeah. She came and said hi earlier. She's on her way. Come on, Shyla, come on.
Shyla, come on,
Yes,
so everybody can see you. Hey, Shyla.
Hey, what's up?
We're going to party like it's 2024.
Hey, 1999 to me, but don't tell the freshmen.
Well, we're going to be coming back to you all tonight to see how you all are behaving. But with a crowd that size, I don't think y'all going to be behaving very much. But have fun, okay? Thank you. It's good to see you all. Wow, that's a good group in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Kalamazoo. So now it's time to move to our studio item. Now, who do you want to meet? You know her, Vashti Canty, Vice Chair of the Rankin Board of Directors and Star Party Co-Chair for Atlanta.
What is going on, studio? Ain't no party like a hot Atlanta party, and a hot Atlanta party don't stop. Welcome, and let's enjoy and raise a lot of money for well-deserving women.
I agree. Thank you, Vashti. Yes, you hear those bells? Let's hear those bells. Well, a huge thank you to all the Rankin Star Party co-chairs and to the Rankin scholars and alums for joining us here tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. And welcome to everyone who's joining us in person tonight and virtually for the Rankin Foundation annual fundraising event supporting Rankin Scholars. So I'm going to ask you to get out your credit cards and your checkbooks, and if you got cash, I'll take it, because we need your support for these incredible women. We have a great night of inspiration and celebration for you with big BIG news about the Rankin Foundation's future at the end of our program. And a ginormous thank you to our presenting sponsor, Assurant. Please welcome Alicia Bailey, VP of Strategic Partnerships and Development, as well as a Rankin Foundation board member. Alicia!
Hey! Thanks, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. As Vashti has said and Monica has said, we are going to raise money for the Jeanette Rankin Foundation. And of course, my table, I'm challenging you all and all the tables out there to make sure we continue to donate even after the party. So we are going to have a hot Atlanta party where the party doesn't stop, and our donations are going to be going to JRF. So again, thank you so much. I have had the good fortune and honor to not only be a part of the Jeanette Rankin Foundation for the last 9 years, but to also sit on the board. And my organization, Assurant, has partnered with JRF for 9 out of those 10 years by hosting the Star Party. This is, of course, our 9th year that we have supported the Star Party, and 7 of those years we've been the presenting sponsor. The partnership expanded in 2017 when Assurant helped Rankin single-handedly diversify the volunteer application readers process by engaging Assurant employees across the country to get involved. The past 2 years, Assurant has been able to provide 50 reconditioned laptops for 50 very grateful Rankin scholars, some of whom were doing their homeworks, their schoolworks, their essays, etc., on their cell phones. We are continually impressed with Rankin scholars and with the Rankin Foundation's delivery of the mission to transform futures through education. The Assurant Foundation continues to support JRF as one of their presenting sponsors, and I'm so excited for my team to be here tonight and to be here with all of you guys while we support the Star Party.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Assurance. Woohoo! We love your support, and we love so many of you are here tonight. So thank you so much. Well, now to our Galaxy sponsor, Synchrony. We're so happy to have them in the house with us again. They are critical to the important work we do supporting Rankin Scholars. A big thank you also to Innova Solutions, Stride Executive Coaching, Clearwater Credit Union, and Merrill Lynch, along with our Supernova sponsors. And at the Rankin Foundation, we're inspired every day by our namesake, Jeanette Rankin. She was the first woman elected to Congress who broke the first glass ceiling, helping give women across the country the right to vote. Don't forget, y'all, coming up Tuesday, November 5th. Don't forget. Jeanette Rankin's courageous spirit to create catalytic change inspires our organization, our scholars, and every person who learns her story. A bequest from Jeanette Rankin's estate to help, quote, mature unemployed women workers started the Jeanette Rankin Foundation.
Jeanette Rankin was born in 1880 in Missoula, Montana, on a ranch just outside of the city.
When she was campaigning in Montana to establish the women's right to vote in Montana, she would specifically go to high schools and she would say to them, I want you to go home tonight and ask your fathers why your mothers can't vote. The students did that, and I'm sure the fathers were stuttering and stumbling and couldn't really come up with a good reason because, of course, women got to vote in Montana due to Jeanette's efforts.
Jeanette Rankin was the first woman elected to Congress in 1916. She took her seat in 1917 and advanced legislation for women to get the vote, the 19th Amendment. And she is the only woman to vote on giving women the vote.
What she was saying is, you're not going to have a complete society, and you'll never be to your fullest potential if you don't include women. The beauty of it is she didn't give up. It was like, okay, I'm here, not going anywhere. You all gonna have to deal with it.
And speaking of Jeanette Rankin, we actually have a very special guest here in Missoula, Montana. So I'd like you to introduce yourself, and I want you to give me a little bit of background of Jeanette and why you are here tonight, because I hear that you actually have a very special story to tell.
Thank you. My name is Maynan Ellingson, and I may be one of the only people in the room who actually knew and had an opportunity to meet Jeanette. And yesterday, I went to the doctor to get my arm recast, and they asked me what color cast I wanted. And first, I thought Barbie pink because I've really been into Barbie lately. But then I thought, no, it has to be Jeanette Rankin suffragette purple because, yes, because of all of the wonderful things Jeanette Rankin accomplished in her life. The thing she most wanted to be remembered for was her work on getting women the right to vote. And her work was tireless. And even after all of the work she did and the causes she stood for with respect to war in particular, her legacy was giving women the right to vote. And I would just like to share, she came to Montana in 1972. Montana had just decided to hold a constitutional convention in Helena, and she wanted to be there. She wanted to be there for several reasons, not the least of which she was promoting a new method of electing presidents of the United States. And it's very ironic because in Montana this year, we have on the ballot a ballot measure that would really change or end the party position of nominating electors. Well, she, back in 1971 and 72, was advocating for the direct election of presidents of the United States. So one lesson from that is at age 91, she died the very next year. She was still promoting change in government. One of the other things that is, so I wanted to mention that thanks to Jeanette Rankin for her continued effort to make the United States a more democratic place. The second thing I wanted to talk about was her actual meeting at the Constitutional Convention. She was there for 4 days. She sat on the floor with the Bill of Rights Committee because she was progressive beyond progressive. We have in Montana the most progressive Bill of Rights in our Constitution of any state. And in great measure, it was due to the influence of Jeanette Rankin. In addition to women's suffrage, she strongly advocated lowering the voting age, strong anti-discrimination provisions in the Constitution based on sex, religion, social origin. She was powerful, and she was so thrilled to be in Helena in 1972 to meet the Montana Constitutional Convention delegation, which was composed of 100 people across the state, 19 of whom were women. That was the largest number of women ever elected to any statewide convocation, whether legislature, constitutional convention. And it was a time when Montana was ripe for change. One of the reasons Jeanette Rankin came to Montana in 1972 is she said, Montana has always been in the lead, and I want them to take the lead on the presidential preference primary. So that she was very proud of our state. We weren't the first state to give women the right to vote, but we were the first state to elect a woman to Congress. We were the first state to elect her again. And one of the things she mentioned at the Constitutional Convention when she was asked by a delegate, she was talking about we have to get more women in office, we have to elevate them to their full potential, and she was advocating multi-member districts. And one of the male delegates said, well, what about men? And she said, well, I think they've gone about as far as they can go without women. And the delegate, Miles Romney, who asked her this particular question, was someone that she had nominated to the West Point. He is the only person ever nominated to West Point by a female senator. So that was quite ironic. But anyway, I'm here and I'm hoping I can have some time a little later in the program. I wanted everybody at the foundation to know that what you're doing for Jeanette Rankin or in her honor is so incredible. And I never knew that aspect of her in specifically supporting education. I've just been proud of her and proud to be a part of the state from which she came and has so elevated for her entire life the position of women.
Well, thank you so much. And Monica, we'll turn it right back to you.
Catherine, thank you. And Maynann Ellingson, wasn't she great? Great history lesson. And by the way, Maynann was the youngest member of the group and one of the 19 women who were involved in that historic 1972 convention. Jeanette Rankin was another one of those women. Now, what was so great about this, we've learned the history of that even in 1972, when she was 91, she was still fighting the fight. I think that deserves a round of applause. So now welcome to the stage, Karen Stirk. She's the CEO of the Rankin Foundation. Karen.
Thank you, Monica. It's such a pleasure to have you with us again this year. Hi, my name is Karen Stirk, and I'm the CEO of the Jeanette Rankin Foundation. Greetings and welcome. I have the honor and privilege of getting up every day and figuring out how to transform futures through education. What better way to honor Jeanette Rankin, who was a social justice advocate, sponsoring the first legislation to support women and children, as well as being the only woman who voted on giving women the vote. So, going to school costs so much more than tuition. Different than traditional scholarships, our non-institutional, non-tuition grants are awarded directly to students across the country. This significantly increases the impact of our scholar grants. Our scholars feel trusted and empowered, and they use the funds in whatever way they choose to reach graduation and ease college debt. Along the way, our case management, coaching, and community, indeed sisterhood of scholars help make long-sought dreams achievable. So on behalf of all the Rankin scholars, thank you for joining us tonight. You know, one of the ways we evaluate grant applications is by the amount of grit a woman has. And I will tell you that this is an attribute that Rankin scholars have in abundance. They live on a median income of $20,000 a year for an average of 3 in a household. And they persist. This past year, 96% of the Rankin scholars persisted, meaning that they either graduated or continued their studies. So compare that, Compare that. The normal numbers out there are like 6 to 30% for this demographic. So your support boosts the women with limited resources and unlimited potential as they transform their lives through education. You've met several scholars and alums already, and you'll see and hear more of their inspiring stories tonight. Many of them have joined us online tonight. We had 75 sign up to watch, so send them some love. Investing in Rankin scholars is a high-yield investment that will help a woman earn up to $700,000 more in her life. That's an investment that lifts women, families, and communities. Thank you. One of the things that really impressed me when I came to Jeanette Rankin was the 8-foot-tall map of the United States upstairs. And on that map of the United States is a dot representing each one of our scholars. And it just shows to me the incredible impact. We have scholars in every state.
What I have learned being a Jeanette Rankin scholar is it is all rooted in love. Love for myself, love for mankind, love for seeing others do better, because if others do better, then we all benefit from that.
It has been said that when you educate a man, you educate an individual. When you educate a woman, you educate a family and a community and the nation.
Women's role in the world and in society is connected to the well-being of everyone.
50% of all of our households in this country are now headed by women.
The mission of the Jeanette Rankin Foundation is to support and empower women to get their higher education degrees and ultimately to create better lives for themselves, for their families, and for their communities.
Our women have grit.
The scholars are an incredibly resilient and courageous group of women.
These are women who have gone through a lot of challenges in their lives before we get to know them. You know, 50% or more are survivors of domestic violence. They're working full-time. They're, parenting, and largely single parenting.
And yet they still dare to think I can get my college degree and I can improve my life.
The way scholarship organizations measure their effectiveness is persistence rate. And persistence rate means the number of people who continue and the number of people who graduate. And our persistence rate has continually been above 85%, and this year was 94%.
We have an average GPA of 3.6 of our scholars coming through us every single year.
I remember thinking, I want better for my daughters. And the only way that they are gonna know what better is if I show them. And so I made the decision to come to school. I'm doing this for them, yes, but I didn't realize along the way that I was doing it for myself too. And I realize that now. Like, I needed it just as much as they need it.
It's a video of the notification of the scholars that they've received the funds.
And they're just overcome with joy, and then we're all sitting there overcome with joy and crying.
Some of the scholars have said things like, I will make you proud. And in addition to the thank yous, the copious thank yous, they say, thank you so much for believing in me.
Receiving this scholarship is like a stamp of approval. You're worth something. You're worth our attention. You're worth our investment. Now go do it.
The funds can be used for any purpose whatsoever. We've had recipients who needed new tires because they had to transport a fair distance to get to school, childcare, food, paying the utility bills.
We look at their larger life, their total life, and say, what are the obstacles? She wants to pursue this education. What's getting in her way?
That aspect of agency is what makes the Jeanette Rankin Foundation scholarship funds so very powerful. And I think it's something that the scholars really appreciate, is that level of trust.
The difference with Jeanette Rankin is that they said, we're gonna take this walk with you. They wanted to make sure that I was okay. They went the extra mile to say, we're here. What do you need? What do you need financially, but more importantly, emotionally, what do you need?
I'm telling you, whatever they need, I know that they can get it from the staff here. And I hope we can continue to foster that, not just with our team, but even from sister to sister.
It's not just a check, and they tell us that again and again and again, how important the support is.
For me, it's really important for women to support other women because we understand each other. And when you understand each other and when you validate each other, it makes you feel more powerful together. And I didn't realize how much that I needed a community like that.
So it's believing in them, and then it's adding all that wraparound support. That's the secret sauce that makes the Jeanette Rankin Foundation different.
Well, as you can see, the Rankin Foundation is doing some very important work, and I believe in it so much that I'm proud to share with you that I am the honorary co-chair of Rankin's new strategic growth campaign called the Great Force Campaign. I also endowed a scholar grant at the Rankin Foundation in honor of my mother, Hattie Wallace Edmondson, and my mother-in-law, Josephine Turner Pearson. They were two women who would have loved to have gone to college had they been able to afford it. I know that these gifts that keep on giving for Rankin scholars will continue for years to come. We'll tell you more about the Great Force campaign later on tonight. There are so many women out there who deserve the help that the Rankin Foundation provides. So now let's go back to up the road in Athens, Georgia, where Rob Clark is going to help motivate us throughout the evening to support these incredible women. Hey, Rob, what's going on in Athens?
Hey, let's hear it, Athens. Well, let's check in on our fundraising total, Monica. Currently, the leaderboard says we are at $89,560. If you picked up on that video, what Karen was talking about, a Rankin Scholar has a median income of only $20,000 a year for a family of three. Can you imagine that? That works out to be about $1,700 a month. $1,700 a month. That includes rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, everything. And that's one of the reasons that Rankin Scholars Grant is so important. The unrestricted grant works out to be about 10% of their annual income.
Now, you know, another feature so important to the Rankin Scholars is the Rankin Resilience Fund, also known as the Emergency Fund, and that's funded every year by Synchrony. Now, let's hear from the scholars who benefited from this opportunity.
If it wasn't for the Janet Rankin Foundation, like I said, I wouldn't be graduating this year. Also, I wouldn't have a home. We wouldn't have food, and we wouldn't have had electricity. I didn't know where my food was going to come from. My lights was in threat of being cut off. I was 2 months behind on my rent, and I had an eviction notice. I called up Breezy. I emailed her. Then we made phone contact. I remember one thing that she said. She said, help is only a phone call away. When it comes to Janet Rankin and the Emergency Resilient funding, help is truly only a phone call away. I don't know how to express how thankful and how appreciative my family are for the things that you guys done for us.
The resiliency fund was crucial for me as I faced an unexpected and severe car breakdown just as my fall semester began. Without reliable transportation, I had to delay my unpaid internship and struggled to balance between 2 classes and caring for my children at the same time. With no support in place at my school, I was really worried that I wasn't going to have any help with this, especially since I did not have income at the time. I already had to push back my semester or my internship previously because of some unexpected circumstances, and I was feeling really defeated that I was going to have to do this again because of the car issues. Without the resiliency fund, I would have missed this valuable opportunity again, further setting back my academic and career goals. This fund made it possible for me to stay on track and continue building a future for myself and my family.
I had a surgery on August 9, 2024. The doctor removed a fibro measuring over 12 centimeters, which involved a large incision. I lost a lot of blood. The doctor gave me 6 weeks to recover. During those 6 weeks, I can't work because of my condition. I can't cook either because I can't stand up for long. I won't be able to pay my rent and feed myself during this period. But thanks to Janet Rankin Foundation, I was able to pay my rent and buy food during the healing period. I would just like to say a big thank you to Janet Rankin Foundation for what they did for me. I realized I was not alone.
Wow, that is so incredible. I am so impressed with the support staff at the Rankin Foundation for recognizing the hurdles scholars face. Rankin Scholars are passionate, they're motivated, and show incredible resilience and grit to reach their educational goals.
And you know, Rob, a lot of the time and energy goes into just figuring out for them how to pay their bills each month. And the $2,500 unrestricted scholar grant money is an extra boost.
It really gives them some breathing room.
And now that the Rankin Foundation has the Resiliency Emergency Fund, they're able to help scholars with unforeseen college career-ending challenges, like, as you heard, eviction notices, car repairs, and medical bills.
And the Rankin scholars report that the vote of confidence they get from being chosen as a scholar gives their morale an incredible boost.
Yes, and when they know someone believes in them, and wants them to succeed, that is a powerful thing. Well, Rankin Scholars clearly have a goal and a purpose for their education. Come on, folks. I want y'all to get out those devices and support the Rankin Scholars. Think of how much money you spend, let's say, on coffee when you're not making it at home, or how much you eat out during the week, or each month. And then think about how you can support Rankin Scholars' dreams to complete their college education. QR codes are on the tables, and look for a link in the chat. And for some extra motivation, Rob, I'm loving this. For the next 20 minutes, Heather Kleiner, one of the Rankin Foundation founders, has provided a $20,000 challenge match. So in other words, she's going to match every donation dollar for $4 up to $20,000 for the next 20 minutes. So come on, y'all. Make your donations do double duty. Come on. Scan those. You got the raffle, but the one we're talking about right now is the donation. We want to make sure we get every penny. Now, the link is in the chat. Your host has the QR code as well. And this is the last chance also for the raffle that will be closing down at 8:40. So get those tickets now. We got 20 minutes. Come on, let's make that match at $20,000. Hey, Catherine, how are things in Missoula?
Well, I think it's safe to say that every day in Missoula, Montana is a good day to be in Missoula, Montana, and things are going phenomenal here. And thank you so much for sharing that information, Monica. I know we are all going to raise that money and get that match because this is such a good night for such an amazing cause. Now, one of the highlights of this past year was the Rankin Foundation's partnership with the Montana Tribal Colleges. Rankin supported 51 women attending Montana Tribal Colleges, and this year, with the added support from Synchrony, in 2 short years, the program has become a national tribal scholar program with 75 tribal scholars. Now, it's my honor to introduce you to one who's not only just a scholar, but she's actually a dear friend of mine and a coworker. So let's introduce you to Robin K. Iron.
My name is Robin K. Iron, and my Indian name is Bimak Ba, which means medicine water. Right now, I am a college student at Salish Kootenai College, and I'm studying digital design and fine arts. Being an artist for me is, in my case, is that I'm a storyteller. Whether it's in photography, whether it's in film, whether it's in design, whether it's in painting, whether it's in silversmithing, everything that I create is a story. And I really love storytelling. I love telling other people's stories. I love telling my own stories. And I really think that they're all valuable, no matter what the case may be. And I think the reason why it's so important for me to incorporate storytelling into my artistry is because as growing up as on the reservation and as a reservation kid is a lot of the times we don't feel that we're heard. You know, we are so worried about surviving for that day or what we're going to eat that day. Is my mom going to be home today? And that storytelling aspect of it is a way for you to express the things that you're not okay talking about yet, but you're okay with expressing them through art because that's part of your healing. That's part of how you connect with your trauma. And I don't ever want to create art for other people. I don't ever want to create art for just for somebody to hang it on their wall. I want to create art that has meaning. I have 2 daughters, Colby and Meadow. They're 2 and they're 7. I want better for my daughters. And the only way that they are going to know what better is if I show them. And so I made the decision to come to school. And so I applied to SKC. You know how they say, like, what's meant to be will be, right? So everything just fell into place. Like, I got housing, I got scholarships. There was flyers posted all over campus about the Jeanette Rankin Foundation. And I looked into their mission and all the amazing things that they do. And I was like, this is right up my alley. I'm always for supporting women, you know?
Congratulations, you have been selected as a 2023 Rankin Foundation Native Woman Scholar.
Thank you so much.
I know.
I'm sorry. I cry about everything, but
No, don't be sorry.
it's just such a relief. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And I will, I appreciate it so much. And I'll never take it for granted. At the time, I just started crying because I was struggling financially, and I didn't really have money to pay my car payment, and it was like the best news that I could hear that day. What it means for me to get these 2 degrees is that it means that I am so capable of anything and everything that I want to do, and that I'm gonna do it, and nothing is ever gonna stop me, or no one is ever gonna stop me. And I think what's the most meaningful thing is to see my parents and my family come together, and how supportive that they have been of me through this time. What makes me the most proud is to set an example, is to be an inspiration to my family, to my children, to my peers. I wish things were easier for moms, I wish things were easier for us to get help. But a lot of the times it's like we have to jump through all these hoops that we really don't have time for. And so I think that's what I really appreciated about the Jeanette Rankin Foundation. I will be going to the University of Montana. I will be majoring in journalism, and then I'll be minoring in film. And then after I get my bachelor's, I really do want to get a master's. What you are dealing with, whether it's coming from a broken home, whether it's poverty, whether it's drugs, alcohol, suicide, mental health, right? Like all those things that you're coming from, that they don't define you. No matter where you come from, no matter where your background, is that when you find the right support, the right community, the right circle of people to surround you, is that it is very important on whatever journey that you're on. Because really what that support does is it holds your hand, right? And it hugs you.
Please welcome to the podium now the president of the Rankin Foundation, Michelle Azumba.
Thank you, Monica. Good evening, and thank you all for being here tonight to help us celebrate and honor our scholars. It is my privilege to lead the Rankin team in our new National Tribal College project. In partnership with tribal colleges across the nation, a very generous anonymous donor, as well as a new donor to the project, the Synchrony Indigenous Network, the program went from Montana to national in just 2 years. This year, we are providing grants to our second cohort of 75 women, a 40% increase over last year. So let's put the spotlight on Synchrony. Synchrony Foundation's philanthropic focus is education as an equalizer. What a great frame. A special shout out to Denise Yap, president and visionary leader of the Synchrony Foundation, as well as Sonia Williams, leader of the Synchrony Women's Network. Rankin scholars have been beneficiaries of this wonderful program for the past 4 years. Education as an equalizer has supported 120 scholar grants in our national program via the Synchrony Women's Network. And now, Synchrony's Indigenous Network will support 60 scholar grants recipients this year and next. Synchrony's support has helped 30+ women stay in school. You heard directly from some of the recipients just a few minutes ago who have benefited from the Resiliency Fund. Mila Callison, Senior Vice President of Technology and Operations, as well as a member of the Women's Network, along with Amber Eagleboy, Performance Management Analyst and leader of the Synchrony Indigenous Network, will be accepting the award on behalf of Synchrony tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your generous investment in Rankin scholars. Your Education as an Equalizer initiative is truly transforming lives, futures for Rankin scholars through education. On behalf of the Rankin Foundation, it is my pleasure to present you the 2024 Rankin Foundation Shining Star Award for being a shining example of the power of higher education for women. So, come on up.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yes, thank you. On behalf of the foundation, we want to present this to you and to the Synchrony Foundation and the Synchrony Women's Network for your generous support of our scholars across the country. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Synchrony deserves a round of applause. Now, we also are going to present the award to Amber, as I understand it, and she is in
Montana?
So we're going to present, there we are. Okay, now we've got everybody. So I think you're going to have to stand at the microphone. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because unless you're going to talk into my chest. So I'm going to ask both of you the same question. I'll start with you, Mila, since you're here. Why is it important for Synchrony to be involved in a project like this?
Well, as Michelle was telling us about the Education as an Equalizer is a program that we have in Synchrony. I represent the Women's Network. I'm the community leader, which is our mission is to connect, engage, and advance women. So right there, the Rankin Foundation does exactly what we want to do, not only internally in Synchrony, but in our communities. So you got this partnership is perfect. Behind the Education as an Equalizer is all the diversity networks at Synchrony, and Women's Network is one of them. And because of our connection with the Rankin Foundation, we actually also brought in the Indigenous Network to join us, because we were so excited that the Rankin Foundation had some college programs, tribal college programs, and I think that is perfect. I mean, it is the perfect partnership and the perfect contribution to what we do every day. It's my passion project, and it's the passion of the people that works with me at Synchrony. And not only is the money, but also is the time that talented employees dedicate to coach, mentor, and be there for these women and support them, because we not only want to support with monetarily and investing in their future, we also want to ensure that they have financial wellness. And as a financial organization, that's why we are here. We are using our experience and our knowledge to support all of them and the Rankin Foundation on continuing doing their mission.
Well, that's a perfect segue to Amber Igoboy, who's in Missoula. So how does this work with the Tribal Project?
Well, when we learned about the Rankin Foundation, we knew that that this was going to be a perfect organization for us to partner with. We, as part of the Education as an Equalizer initiative, we wanted to provide funding to Indigenous students to help ease the struggle that they often have, completing their education and following their dreams. And for me, as an Indigenous woman, I was a student and a single mother at one time, and so this is especially important to me. I'm the co-lead of the community pillar for the Indigenous Network, and this organization just really aligned with everything that we were trying to do as part of this initiative. So it really is just, perfect partnership for us.
So when the women meet you and know that you have some experience, how does this sisterhood develop?
Yes, so I think that, when we support each other, then all of us are really, better for it. So we get to work together and support each other through, sometimes our struggles and our difficulties. And when you have somebody that you can relate to, it really just kind of helps you to get through those, times where you may be struggling or having a hard time. And so it just kind of creates that sisterhood in that way, to know that there are other people out there that are going through those same experiences as you.
Well, all we can say to both of you women is thank you so much, and thank you to Synchrony for how can I put this synchronizing the lives of women so they can grow. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Wow. So now we need to go over to Latrina, who actually is going to be in Athens with Rob. And Latrina, I think you've got someone special to introduce.
I do. Hello from Athens, Georgia again. I have the, yay! They are wired in here and I love it. I have the plum-pleasing pleasure of introducing my scholar sister, Julie Wagner. Julie's journey to higher education and research is marked by resilience and perseverance. She was diagnosed with dyslexia in the 2nd grade. She struggled academically until a teacher in the 9th grade recognized her potential and helped her master speed reading. Overcoming addiction and low self-confidence, in her early 20s, Julie found her passion for science and teaching. Julie is now pursuing a PhD in microbiology and immunology at the Georgetown University through the National Institute Health's Graduate Partners Program. Woo! Despite facing the imposter syndrome and academic setbacks, Julie emphasizes the importance of seeking support, prioritizing mental health, and believing in one's abilities. We are thrilled to recognize you, Julie, my sister, for outstanding accomplishment with the Shining Star Ranking Alum Award. We are so proud to have played a small role in helping you achieve your educational goals. Congratulations, Julie!
Yay, Julie! Woo!
On behalf of the Rankin Foundation, we are so excited to honor you and celebrate you tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Julie, you and I were talking at the beginning of the evening, and I was telling you how much I loved your dress. And you also told me you had to deal with thyroid cancer during all of this too. How did you keep going?
By the grace of God, I didn't quit. One day at a time, that's how I kept going.
So what's the best advice you could give to a woman who may hear about this program and may be afraid because she's been told over and over again, you'll never amount to anything?
Don't listen to people. Like, it is hard, for real. But I think that persevering and doing what your heart is telling you to do is what kept me going, honestly. Like, and a little bit of spite.
I love it. A little bit of spite. So how is this impacting your children?
I actually don't have kids.
You don't have kids?
No.
Okay.
I have nieces and nephews that I'm very close with. And I want to show them that they can do anything they want to do in their life, no matter what. I never thought that I would be here getting a PhD. For the longest time, I didn't think I was smart enough. And then I was like, I'm going to do it. And here I am. So
wait a minute. Why did you feel you weren't smart enough? And how did you break that?
Yeah, so I am originally from Washington State. I went to high school in Washington State, and my guidance counselor told me that I should never try to go to college because I wasn't smart enough.
Whoa.
And so that stuck with me for a long time until I was 35. And then I was like, one of my very best friends, Sarah, she went back to school to be a midwife. And I was like, you know, if she can do it, because we're around the same age, maybe she's a little older than I am, then I can do it. And I did.
Okay, you know, I'm this type of person. Have you ever gone back to that teacher and told her you're getting your PhD?
I wish I could, but I'm pretty sure he's passed. Never kept up with it, so yeah.
It just goes to show you how self-esteem can be ruined by someone who really doesn't look at the person to get to know them.
Exactly.
So what does this award mean to you?
Oh, I don't know that I have words. It means a lot to me. It shows that I have come and I've persisted and I've done it. And that I can be an inspiration to other women in similar situations.
I am so proud of you. And you're proud of yourself. Let's hear it for Julie. So I have to know, what are you doing once you finish your PhD? What do you plan to do with it?
Yeah, I want to stay in the research field. So I actually was just talking with somebody in the Department of Defense. I would love to do research in their infectious disease unit that focuses on preventing and or treating infectious disease or infections in combat fields.
That sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
Anybody got any connections to the Defense Department? This is your turn. Julie, all I can say is thank you so much and congratulations for your award. You are a shining example of what you can do when you believe in yourself, and the Rankin Foundation believing in you too.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be here without them. They're a great sisterhood for sure.
So all you gotta do now is give back.
Yeah.
So Julie's just one of some 225 Rankin Scholars this year. Women who are empowered to change the trajectory of their lives. So let's go back to Rob, who's over in Athens. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Monica, what's going on? You guys look like you're having a lot of fun there. Not as much fun as we're having in Athens, though. This is one of the most favorite parts of the night, the Rankin Scholar Reveal video. The Rankin Foundation has a process of sharing the good news of the scholarship award via Zoom. However, they let the scholar know this in an interview, not that they have actually been awarded the scholarship. That's what they think that they're going into. They think they're going into an interview. Well, we're going to share some of the reactions from the Rankin Scholars when they find out that they have received the scholarship. Now, just to put this in context, remember, the scholarship is $2,500 a year. And as you've heard, the median income of a Rankin Scholar is only $20,000. So they're being told that they have an additional 10% of their yearly income, unrestricted, coming to help them with school costs. What if somebody called you and told you that you had a bonus of 10% of your yearly income coming your way? Get your tissues out. You're going to need them.
Congratulations on being one of the finalists for the Jeanette Rankin Foundation Scholarship.
The fact that I'm a finalist, I'm like super excited.
I want to go ahead and tell you that you're actually a scholarship winner, Sarah.
What do you mean?
Like, you won. You win. What? What?
Yay! Are you serious? Oh my goodness, thank you. Wow. Wow.
I'm getting sweaty. Oh my God.
I might cry in a second.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Really?
Oh my God.
I wasn't going to cry. You have no idea how much I really needed this. Wow, that's a big deal.
This just made sleepless nights and missing basketball games. It just made it worth it.
It's nice to have people on your side when it can be hard.
It really has been very difficult, and I'm glad, because this is going to put me one step closer to doing the work that I need to do in my community, because we need it here.
Thank you.
I'll work hard.
You tricked me. This is good news for me.
Oh, I've got chill bumps. Okay, this is the highlight of my day.
Oh my goodness, I'm like I'm on one of those TV shows.
What? I'm so excited.
It just makes me feel like I can do anything. So thank you. It's going to change my life.
What an honor. Thank you. I will make you proud.
I will make you proud.
Yes, I will make you proud. You know, each of you out there has the power to help provide the kind of moment you just saw. I support the Rankin Foundation to ensure that they can continue this life-changing mission. And it's not just their lives they're changing, it's changing the lives of their children and their grandchildren, their families. So today it's our privilege to ask you to join us in contributing your financial support to provide the type of funding that's the most essential to carrying forward our work and supporting Rankin Scholars. Unrestricted operating funds. So I'm a little nervous. It's time to check in to see if we made our $20,000 Heather Kleiner challenge match. And that means Karen needs to come back to the stage. Karen.
Well, I think we have to wait another couple minutes before we have that answer, but we want you to take a look at the pledge cards that are on your table or that are being handed out to you. So these funds, these unrestricted funds that Monica just mentioned, are what keep the doors open, the scholar grants flowing, the scholar support staff employed, and making dreams deferred into dreams fulfilled. So we invite you to make a reoccurring gift that forms the foundation of our great work, making the long-sought dreams of Rankin Scholars achievable. To facilitate this, I'd like to request our team leads to distribute the pledge cards, and here in Atlanta, they are on your table already. Betsy.
Using these pledge cards, and I know a lot of you have already filled them out or looked at them, let's be the spark that transforms futures through education.
We'll walk you quickly through the pledge cards. Starting on the front side of the card, at the box at the top, we invite you to join us and be a great force, and I'll explain a little more about that in a moment. Each level of giving is meant to give a person in the room a sense of how your generosity can give women and their families the strength to find a better future through post-secondary education. So the associate's level is a pledge of $1,250 a year for 5 years, which is less than $3 a day. It covers the cost of a semester of unrestricted support for a Rankin Scholar, making the potential of finishing another term of her education possible.
Next is the bachelor's level, and that's $2,500 a year for 5 years. This gift underwrites the cost of a year-long scholar grant for a Rankin Scholar, and it moves her one step closer to achieving her post-secondary dream.
The master's level is $5,000 a year for 5 years. This gift allows 2 Rankin Scholars to complete a full year of studies for 5 years, helping pay the rent, car payments, and an unexpected medical bill.
Finally, the doctorate level is an incredibly generous gift of $10,000 a year for 5 years. This gift provides scholar grant support to 20 Rankin Scholars.
Now, we realize that not everyone can make this commitment, and in the section below, we provide the option to pledge any amount for any number of years.
You also have the option to make a one-time gift or a monthly donation.
Know that whatever amount you can contribute is truly appreciated, and that your investment today will have an immediate impact. We'll give you some time now to finish filling out your pledge card. And when you're finished, please put them in your card in the envelope provided and pass it back to your team lead.
Thank you so much to everyone for helping us envision and build a world where Rankin Scholars can turn a dream deferred into a dream fulfilled. We sincerely appreciate you all.
A round of applause, please, for Betsy and Karen. So when Jeanette Rankin was addressing her male colleagues in Congress, and I have a question, Karen, we need to find out. When she was in Congress, did she wear her hat on the floor? I wonder.
That's a good question. I'm not sure she wore it on the floor. She wore it to the Capitol, but I think.
I know we had a picture of her sitting there where she was wearing her cap with the congressman.
Yeah, they were
So
outside.
I would love to know whether or not, because to me, that would just be sticking it to them. But anyway, I have my little sides here and there. You know, her male colleagues in Congress were debating the resolution for the 19th Amendment, and here were her words of wisdom to them. Quote, "Might it not be that a great force that has always been thinking in terms of human needs and that always will think in terms of human needs has not been mobilized?" So she was raising the question, is it not possible that the women of the country have something of value to give the nation at this time? So I like Jeanette Rankin. And you can still hear the fire in her quotes because she believes so strongly the importance of education for women and the rights that women should have. Karen.
Indeed, we've mentioned the Great Force Campaign, a campaign to transform lives through education. Every year, the scholar applicants go through a rigorous 3-stage judging process, and we believe that every woman who makes it to level 3 is fully qualified to get a scholar grant. However, we're only able to provide about 70% of those women with grants because of our limited funding. Our first goal is to be able to provide scholar grants to all the women that make it to level 3. And please take note, there are 2 million women out there that fit the criteria of a Jeanette Rankin Scholar. The unmet need is huge. So for these reasons, we launched the Great Force Campaign 2 years ago. Since then, we've been able to increase the number of scholar grants by 110%. Woo! Yes. So we invite you to join us in Jeanette's charge to be a great force. Be a Great Force goal is $13 million, and we've already raised $9.5 million. Yeah. Everything contributed tonight will be counted towards that goal. Yeah. So our fundraising for the Great Force Campaign doesn't end tonight. It continues tonight. And we need you to share the information about the campaign with your networks and communities far and wide over the next year and be the great force in support of our Shining Star Scholars.
You cannot have a society that blooms and grows if you do not have the voices of women.
Something about being able to walk across that stage to receive your diploma after the numbers of hours that you put in, the sacrifices you've made, the times you know that you've cried and whatever else you've done. One thing I know now is once you get your education, there's nothing, no one, nobody, no one can do to take that away from you.
Jeanette Rankin would be extremely proud of the work and the mission that's been created in her name, in her honor, and to carry on the important work that she started. She was such a pioneer, and I'm so grateful for her hard work and her example, her toughness, her resilience, standing up for what she believed in, and especially for women and children. I would hope that she would be incredibly proud of what the women, the founding mothers, have done in her honor, and the work that continues and that will hopefully continue for a long time.
We have named our strategic growth campaign the Great Force Campaign based on a quote from Jeanette Rankin, where she talked about women being a great force in this country. And she talked about that in a speech to Congress, talking about the 19th Amendment. We want to carry on the great force that Jeanette was to help more and more women and really expand and amplify her legacy.
Investing in women is investing in the future of this country's economic development. And that's why this work, this foundation's work, is so important because again, we're not just writing checks and sending people off to go and get a degree. We're investing in them throughout their journey.
It's not a handout, it's an investment. It's an investment in their future, and it's an investment in this country's future, and we will all benefit.
It is an investment in all of our futures. So the Rankin Foundation is doing so much important work. And again, I believe in it very strongly, which is the reason I agreed to be the honorary co-chair of Rankin Foundation's Great Force campaign. So, you know, we have a lot going on tonight, and we did have the raffle. So Rob's going to tell us about that. And then we're going to find out whether or not we made our $20,000 Heather Kleiner match. But first, let's go to Rob. Who's the winner of the raffle?
The winning name. I want to hear a drum roll from everyone at every location. Somebody in Atlanta is going to be really happy. Libby Pollock.
Oh, Libby!
Libby's here in with us, isn't she?
She's online.
She's online.
She's watching online. Hey, Libby!
Congratulations, Libby!
Congratulations!
Woo!
Congratulations, Libby.
Okay, so the next question is, and the answer is, Heather Kleiner match of $20,000. Did we make it?
Are you asking me?
We're asking Karen.
We made it.
Yay!
$139,000.
Wow! Woo! Oh,
Thank you.
my goodness.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So I think at this point, we need to bring everybody back on, starting with Catherine Rowley in Montana. Hey, Catherine. Are y'all still celebrating?
We still are. But it's been a great night here in Missoula, and we just all want to say thank you so much for having this amazing opportunity to share the stories of so many incredible people, including my bestie, Robin. And I just hope that everyone's having a good night, and we will see you later.
Thank you. And let's go to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Or are we in New...
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you. And how are things in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Thank you all for participating tonight. And last but not least, go ahead. And let's head over to Athens.
Let's hear it, Athens. Make some noise. Ho!
Ho! So, did we get to all our hosts? Well, you know what time it is. We need to find out how much money we raised. Karen, can I tell them? $139,000. Woo! So that was the goal. And our fundraising for the Great Force campaign does not end tonight. Karen would tell you that. Share the information about the campaign with your networks and your communities. And the most important thing, be a part of the Great Force by being part of the Great Force and supporting our Shining Star Scholars. Now, here are Rankin Scholars thanking you for your generosity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
This foundation's amazing.
This foundation is amazing.
You give hope where there's none, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Jeanette Rankin Foundation. I won't let you down.
Thank you so much for helping me
get to the point where I can provide for my children the way that they need to be provided for. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you for JRF and all of the donors.
I know there are many generous donors out there who have a huge heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for seeing me.
I can't even express how helpful this is to my family right now. Sorry. No, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm so deeply grateful. You have no idea. I'm so grateful. So grateful.
I promise to do this foundation proud.
So I'll say it in Lakota. Wopila pila meya. Yellow.
Thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you. I cannot ever repay you, but I promise to pay it forward.
Thank y'all so much. Really, I promise you I will not let y'all down.
Thank you so much for all that you do. I'm speaking on behalf of all of us.
And thank you for being a part of our wonderful 10th anniversary celebration. And you know, when Rob's around, it means we've got to have some music. So we are family. It's time to do the electric slide.
Take off the slow.